Hello, everybody, and thank you for stopping by. Today, I want to talk about Trump's impeachment. I don't really like getting too much into politics, but there is one thing that I'm very, very curious about, or I should say, struck me as very odd, is the day they voted on his impeachment, Halloween. Now, there are some of us, not everybody, that knows or believes that that is a very significant day. There are a lot of us that believe that it is the strongest day of the year for Satan. Is this a coincidence? My personal opinion is no. My personal opinion is nothing that they do is coincidence. Everything is planned and has a strategy behind it and a purpose behind it, including the day that they decided to vote on his impeachment. It is the strongest day of the year for Satan, and his power is on Halloween. It is the day of him. And so therefore, I do not find it just a coincidence that this is the day they chose to vote on impeaching him, pulling the power that stands behind them. But there is always a sacrifice required in the process, and we don't know what that sacrifice might be. But you can be sure that there is something that was sacrificed for them to pull his supposedly powers. Now, there's some out there that's going to say, oh, this is nothing but conspiracy, this is nothing but nonsense. But I'm sorry, when it comes to our politicians, nothing is nonsense and nothing is conspiratorial. It has to do with precise, concise movement. They don't do anything without a precision, a reason, and a power behind it. And his impeachment is the same way. And whether you like him or whether you don't, you must ask yourself, why that day? Why not the day before? Why not the day after? Why on Halloween Day? It's not a coincidence. You may think it is, but it ain't. They think they have their father's power behind them. Yeah, I said their father because he is. You're not going to convince me that the corruption and the evilness of these people comes from God. It doesn't. So, I just wanted to make a video and comment on that it just sent another signal to me what they really are, and who they really serve and who they really worship. Because, it's the people that believe in God that are the ones that believe that that is the day of the devil. So if they believed in God, that would be the last day they would pick to do something like that on. They would want no part of it. So it tells me they don't believe in God. Not really. Because a person who does definitely would not choose that day to do it on. No way. No how. It's just my thoughts, just my opinions. I'd like to hear more from my viewers. I have some very smart, intelligent viewers out there who watch me. And I'm sure they have an opinion on it. And maybe they didn't really think about it at the time. But this is to try to get you to think about it and see what your thoughts and your opinion are. Because I do believe it was intentional and on purpose. And like I said, they don't believe in God. If they did, they would have never chose that day. Because they know what that day represents. So they wouldn't have chosen it. They would have stayed away from picking that day to impeach him, to vote on it. They would have picked a different day. Like I said, either before, after, week before, 2 weeks before, or even later. But they didn't. They chose that day. And that sends a clear message, at least in my opinion, a very clear message of what they think and who is standing behind them. What homage will they pay for hopefully they think the power that will help them to succeed at what they're trying to do? I don't know. It's a horrifying thought to pick a day like that, to do something like that. It's very horrifying to me, I thought. So those of you out there who believe in the power of prayer, you better be praying. You better be praying hard, because they chose the ugliest day of the year to do this. Well, some would say any day would be an ugly day, but this is definitely the ugliest of them all. So be praying. We're going to need it. This nation's going to need it. God's people are going to need those prayers. And so is this president. So I hope you think about it. Give me your comments. Let me know what you think on the subject. Stand bold. Don't be afraid. Because it is. We all know what that day represents and what it stands for and what it means. And we needn't be shy about it. Worse is coming. We're going to have to stand bold in the face of evil, because there's a whole lot of evil going on. And we're going to have to stand boldly against it. And I don't hear very much outcry in the fact of what day they chose to do it on. Nah, it's no big deal. It's just Halloween, trick or treat, no big deal. But there's a lot of people out there who know it's a big deal. And they're enjoying it and relishing in it. Oh yeah, they are. The evil, the wicked, the Satan worshippers. Oh yeah, Satanic. Yep, that's why I say they're not of God. I don't believe in God. If they had it, they would have stood up and said, let's do not vote on this today. Not today. Let's wait. Pick a different day, but not today. But oh no, they jumped at it. Well, God bless you.